Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Purnima Esbert. I am studying in engineering first sem with the data science stream. My section is Ferrari and today's my course is applied chemistry. In that my topic is e-waste management. We will move on to the first slide, that is introduction to e-waste management. E-waste refers to the electronic products that become unwanted, no working and finally reaches the end of its life. Composition of e-waste: valuable metals like gold, silver and the palladium, useful metals like the copper, aluminium and the iron, hazardous substances like radioactive isotopes and the mercury. And then move on to the next slide, that is environmental impact of the e-waste. Depositing e-waste on the landfills can cause the serious environmental issues. E-waste is one of the toxic and it is biodegradable but accumulates in the soil, in the water and in the living things. E-waste can cause harm effect to the environment and also for the human health. Improper disposal of the e-waste can result in the air pollution, soil contamination and the water pollution. E-waste recycling helps reduce the need for raw materials and the energy consumption. Then we will move on to the next slide, that is health risks of e-waste. In that, exposure to hazardous substances in the e-waste can lead to the various health issues, including the respiratory problems, neurological disorders, and the reproductive complications. Lead damages the central nervous system, and the cadmium damages the kidneys, and carbon black causes the carcinogenic effects. And informal e-waste recycling process without proper safety measures put workers at a high risk. Proper e-waste management ensures the protection of human health and the environment. And then we will move on to the next slide, that is e-waste recycling and the recovery. Different approaches to the recycling and the recovery of the e-waste that involves the three stages, that is hydrometallurgical extraction, pyrometallurgical extraction and the direct cycling. First one is hydrometallurgical extraction. This method was used to extract the valuable metals like the copper, gold and the silver from the e-waste. It involves the following steps of recovery of the metals from the e-waste. It involves the another three stages, that is pre-treatment stage, chemical treatment stage and the metal recovery stage. In that pyrometallurgical extraction, that is this method was used to extract from the non-ferrous metals like the aluminium, copper and the lead from the e-waste. Then we will move on to the next slide, that is it involves the following steps for recovery of the metals from the e-waste. In that, first is pre-treatment stage and the other one is metal recovery stage. Pre-treatment stage, it involves the physical separation of the metal components from the e-waste. It involves the dismantling the e-waste into its component parts such as circuit boards, plastic and the metal parts. The metal parts are then subjected for grinding to reduce the size and make easier to extract the metals. And then metal recovery stage, in this step methods are used are roasting, smelting, combustion and etc. In that roasting, what is roasting? E-waste is heated below its melting point in the presence of oxygen to oxidation. And then smelting, what is smelting? E-waste is reduced to metals by heating with the carbon at a high temperature. It gives the mixture of metals slurry. The metals was recovered from the slurry using the hydrometallurgical techniques. And then we will move on to the next slide, that is e-waste management strategies that are implementing the legislation and the regulations to enforce the responsible e-waste management, developing the collection systems and infrastructure for the e-waste recycling, and raising the awareness and educating the public about the e-waste recycling and the proper disposal methods. And then we will move on to next slide, that is e-waste recycling process. In that there are three stages, that are collection, sorting and the disassembly. Collection, collecting the e-waste from the households, business and the electronic manufacturers. Sorting, separating the different types of the electronic devices for the further processing. And disassembly, dismantling the devices into the individual components and the removing the hazardous materials. And then we will move on to next slide, that is e-waste recycling process that is continued. In this, first one is recycling. recovering valuable materials such as metals, plastics and the glasses through the various mechanical and the chemical processes, proper disposal, ensuring the safe disposal of the non-recyclable e-waste components in the authorized facilities, monitoring and the auditing, regularly assessing and the monitoring e-waste recycling facilities to ensure the compliance with the environmental standards. And we will move on to the next slide, that is global e-waste management initiatives. In that Basel Convention, an international treaty aiming to control the transboundary movement of hazardous waste, including the e-waste, extended producer responsibility, that is EPR, policy frameworks where the manufacturers take responsibility for the disposal and the recycling of their products, and then International E-Waste Management Network, that is IEMN, a platform for the global collaboration to address the e-waste challenges. In that picture, we will see that waste are covered by the Basel Conventions, that are toxicity, corrosivity, and then reactivity and the ecotoxicity and etc. We'll move on to the next slide. That is conclusion. What is the conclusion? E-waste management is essential to prevent the environmental pollution and the protect human health. That is known thing. Recycling and the proper disposal of the e-waste contribute to resource the conservation and a sustainable future. Collaborative efforts between the governments, industries and the individuals are crucial to achieving the effective e-waste management. Thank you guys. Please do like, share and watch my videos.